find out which Sonic the Hedgehog movie character you are along with James Marsden and Ben Schwartz. I want to make a Supersonic Quiz out of you. In celebration of Sonic the Hedgehog hitting theaters, we had to start on a film. James Marsden and Ben Schwartz take a BuzzFeed quiz to find out which Sonic the Hedgehog character they are. Did they get the titular Sonic? Or perhaps Bagge, Dr. Robotnik, or maybe someone out of left field said Cyclops from X-Men. Watch the video below to find out. Now, it's your turn. Take our Which Sonic the Hedgehog character are you quiz below to compare your results what James and Ben got. What is your defining characteristic? You say intelligent. Choose a video game power-up what you could use in real life. Coins, like Mario. Iconic video game. Let's just say Super Mario Brothers. Another blue character? It must be Cookie. Cookie Monster. What is your number one weakness? It must be loud noises, huh? How would you fight off your enemies? You outsmart them. Finally pick something super fast. Ooh, the high-speed internet. You would say Dr. Eggman or Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Okay, sure, probably preserves the villain, but you have some positive attributes as well. You're super smart and determined to achieve your goals, and even though you despise your foes who get in your way, you have the begrudging respect of their determination. Welcome back to Let's Play Video Games. Today is Sonic the Hedgehog. So, let's get started with Sonic the Hedgehog. The Completionist? Well, let's do it.
The blue blur, Sonic speed, Sonic boom, gotta go fast, you're too slow, that's no good.
Ooh.
All these phrases are synonymous with the blue bad boy that rocked our socks for the first time.
Hedgehog
on the
hair.
Sega Genesis.
Still gonna love this,
years
huh?
ago. An empire of games have been built upon Sonic's back, but it all started back in 1991 on a little 16-bit cartridge. But today, I have to admit that
Gotta love to play this game, huh?
never played it. Hey everyone, and
Never heard
welcome
of that
back
play
to a
that.
brand new episode of The Completionist. And yes,
Ooh.
it's true, I never laid my hands on the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
91.
I guess
Sonic
it's
the
just something
Hedgehog.
that I never got around to probably when I was a kid because of the fact that When I finally got my own Genesis, Sonic 2 was already out. And I was obsessed, eventually, with Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So that said, today, I'm going to complete for the first time ever, Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's do this.
Ooh.
Yes!
Gotta play this game, huh? Still got the challenges. Next level. Even more to unlock. Hey, the game's on. Like always. Journey began.
Tom Kalinske, the CEO of Sega of America, had a vision. He wanted Sega to have a mascot to rival Mario.
Sega!
A mascot that would be the face of the company. A mascot that would be as recognizable as Mickey Mouse, but with enough attitude to make your parents shout, "Turn off those damn video games!" Enter Sonic the Hedgehog, whose design was purposefully based on Mickey Mouse, but with a heavy dose of 90s extreme, with a red pair of Michael Jackson
90s,
shoes
huh?
and a cute but
Still
tough
got the
look.
flashback
Sonic's
though.
entire persona revolved around the concept of
That don't be so
speed.
bad,
Yuji
huh?
Naka, the original director of Sonic Team, led his group
No,
in the development
man.
of that
Nobody
first game.
believes this.
Sega USA was so
I'm
blown
Captain
away when
Flamingo.
they played an early
Or
version of
Milo.
the game that Kalinske went to Sega of Japan to pitch a crazy idea.
Milo?
Kalinske wanted Sonic the Hedgehog to be bundled
Baby
with
Bart
the
knew
Sega
that.
Genesis. There weren't that many Sega Genesis consoles sold in the States at the time, and Kalinski's thinking was that if they make Sonic look so freaking cool that everyone had to have a copy of the game, then people would be willing to buy a Genesis just to do so. This move resulted in Sonic the Hedgehog selling over 15 million units. You may have noticed that almost every box of Sonic the Hedgehog features a not-for-resale message on the box. That's because, at the time, Sega forbid retailers to resell the game outside of the bundle.
Is it
And
just
for those
fun,
who owned a
or is
Genesis
it
already, Sega offered a $3 million rebate to get the game. Wow, nice move, Uncle Sega. Admittedly, as a kid, I was very much anti-Genesis at first. I was a Nintendo kid, through and through. You could have given me a Mario
Nintendo,
army
huh?
and I would have led the charge
Still got
on
the
the
leather
playgrounds
games, huh?
myself. But when I finally got a Genesis, I learned that there's room for all
Hey,
kinds of video
they
game
never say
mascots. When I
Sagwa
first
before?
played Sonic 2, I never
Like
looked
always
back.
said.
Since then, the original Sonic the Hedgehog may have been ported to every single device under the sun. But I feel like the appropriate thing is to complete the original on the Genesis. And someone who knows about all those Sonic ports is Turbo Drive Live.
I've actually enjoyed completing Sonic the Hedgehog multiple times over the years, with so many different versions of the game made available in different formats, including the
gamer.
original here,
I can't
the
wait
one
to
on
play.
Xbox Arcade that gave us achievements, as well as the most recent release on the Nintendo Switch that's part of the Sega Ages line.
Meow.
But with all these ports that Sega have made over the years, I'm surprised they haven't made a version of the game for this.
I
From what
didn't.
I've heard about the original Sonic the Hedgehog, it's pretty damn short, much shorter than its follow-ups. While each zone has 3 acts, there are only 6 zones total in the game, so this could be a short ride. Since this is the very first Sonic the Hedgehog, there is no Tails, no Knuckles, no Amy, no Big the Cat, no nothing. Just Sonic versus Eggman, which means there gotta be a
Sonic,
chaos
Eggman.
fight, even while making sure to nab all of them.
You
I
got
expect to
this.
complete this game in one stress-free playthrough. I am a Sonic connoisseur after all, and I'll enjoy this game like a fine wine. Actually, I don't know how to drink wine. I don't even like wine. Wine is kind of gross to me.
Next, we have the legend.
Even though it's the very first entry in the franchise, Sonic's charm, the awesome soundtrack, and the illusion of speed at the fingertips are all present and accounted for. That being said, compared to what Sonic is capable of nowadays, Sonic
Howler
1
gonna
is
be on
just
super
okay.
fast.
When it comes to the premise, it's the same old song and dance we've heard before. But for the first time, Eggman is after the Chaos Emeralds, and he captures all the little cute inhabitants of South Island and
Bunnies?
turns them into robots. Sonic has to stop him, and that's it. Aside from a few
Bunnies?
details from the back of the
Robots?
box from the manual, that's
I
it. You know
didn't
what?
know, man.
Still works. Mario still fights Bowser every time.
Well,
Sonic can still
baby
fight
Bart
Eggman
player, I
after all
wanted to
these
show
years.
you.
Simplicity is good.
Isn't it
a lot
look
of the time.
grand to you?
Getting right to the gameplay is great.
Bye-bye.
All the time. Graphically speaking, for the time, Sonic the Hedgehog was the future. Sonic Sonic's success was due in large part to its unique graphical presentation and vibrant world. While some of these original zones are some of the weirdest in Sonic's history, I buy them. Springyard Zone is great, but there's a lot of weird crap in the backgrounds that seem like you can interact with it, but you actually can't. And while the music in Labyrinth Zone is bumping, it doesn't really match the sunken underground temple vibe. Now, don't get me wrong, everything looks great and everything sounds great, but they often seem like they don't belong together. Completing this game felt like I was doing so with the game on mute while I was listening to some other band's music, which kind of makes sense considering that the soundtrack was composed by Masato Nakamura, the lead bass player for a J-pop group called Dreams Come True. Tight, but
seems a little bit.
You know, it's kind of difficult looking at this game in 2018. The narrative is comfortably familiar, the game looks awesome for the time, and the music is definitely kick-ass. But it's clearly an early take on what we all know and love. It's apparent to me now how much Sonic's success came down to pure marketing. Sega made Sonic look and feel cooler than Super Mario Bros. Even though Sonic 1 was shorter than all 3 original Mario games. And Super Mario World. That's the craziest part. Sonic the Hedgehog was competing with Super Mario World. The little dude bluffed his way into video game history. Well played.
Oh, video games? Section complete.
I just want to preface that this game is super hard to talk about when you know what comes after.
Still got the fighters now.
Turning a blind eye to it all again, I can confidently say without a shadow of a doubt that Sonic 1 is exactly what I thought it would be.
Thanks for not being a little mix-up.
And I recognize this is mostly because of some of the glaring improvements made to
many.
And all my true complaints I had with this game almost immediately got fixed with Sonic 2. So forgive me as I try to find my footing on where I stand. But I think I'll start with this. The most bizarre thing that I was kind of blown away by was how, in fact, slow I thought Sonic actually was. I didn't even think about it, but the minute I booted up the game, I realized that I have no spin dash at all.
No
in fact, if I
spin
wanted to kill enemies with Sonic, I had to either jump on enemies that clearly looked killable, or I had to strategically curl into a ball at the right moment. But that glaring feature of the spin dash being gone went even further when I realized that Sonic 1 is more a puzzle platformer than actual speed platforming. There are several moments throughout the game where you just kind of stop and you're expected to look at what's going on and figure out what to do. That's not a bad thing, but
Still got things though.
coded as the speed guy for a very long time. We start Sonic the Hedgehog off with what has become one of the most iconic
Green Hill
levels
Zone,
in video
huh?
game history. Green Hill Zone.
Still got
This
the
level
ones
is so
too.
iconic that it's been remixed to death and included in some variation in some of the more recent games. It's fun to see the original vision of what this game is compared to everything else this stage has become because, well, the original's kind of boring. Maybe it's more the idea that I'm burnt out on Green Hill Zone, but I will say, yeah, these levels do feel way shorter than I would thought they would be. Technically speaking, there's 18 different levels, but
there's
what
only
really
8
comes
levels,
down to is that
but
there's
you're
6
gonna
levels
find.
that got cut into thirds. This gives the idea and feeling that this game is way bigger and you feel rewarded for plowing through the game. But to say this game is easy out of the gate would be misleading. After Green Hill Zone, the game's difficulty starts to go up and up. This is the beginning of Sonic's career, which means we gotta go over the basics. Unlike his counterpart Mario,
Hey,
where
you
he
never
made
had to go to the fights, huh?
sustain hits, all
Still
Sonic
gonna
ever
love
needed
ones.
was golden rings. These beautiful pieces
Sega
of gold
games.
seemed so much
Sonic
cooler.
the Hedgehog
Always
2 is coming
felt
out,
good
but
to get
Sonic the
100
Hedgehog
rings.
movie
So
2
this
is
day
coming
still
out
feels
soon.
really good. But one of the more
But stay tuned,
eye-opening things
though.
about Sonic 1 is that it's actually somewhat difficult to get 100 rings safely. Enemies and death traps appear everywhere, and they are not as welcoming as you think. This is a problem that got kind of worse as the Sonic games went on. But Sonic Team tried to counterbalance this with more power-ups, lives, and more rings and stages. But for now,
No
Sonic can get a blue shield, which gives him 1 extra hit, and rings, which will keep you going as long as you don't get hit. And if you lose the rings, you can just get 1 and be okay. Lives and continues
The game's
are
over,
must
though.
for your successes with Sonic 1, but they're hard
Still
to come
gotta
by.
continue, huh?
Sometimes you'll find lives in boxes, but for the most part, your lives and continues will come from the big ring bonuses at the end of each stage. Now, these actually become a
Ring?
huge factor in the game because they're not
Are you
just
saying
bonus levels.
rings?
There's the levels where you get the Chaos Emerald, Emeralds. If you beat a stage with 50 rings in hand, as you hit the Eggman sign, jump into that big golden ring. You will then get transported to the bonus
it's
room
called
where
a
Sonic is
special.
constantly falling into this weird maze thing. In the middle of each maze is one of 6 Chaos Emeralds, and these are usually pretty simple. You'll roll and jump your way to the protected Chaos Emeralds, and then most of the time Sonic just kind of rubs up against the blocks protecting the Chaos Emeralds, and then you get it. It's pretty simple, all the while getting lives and continues to collect
Hey, you
rings
still
and
got the
rings in your
dream.
score. Following that
Come
trend of a
true.
short game
Yes,
comes the
I
need
know.
to put in obstacles and enemies everywhere, and man oh man does that come really through towards the end of Sonic the Hedgehog. Holy moly, there's several sections where there's just so much
Oh,
going
Meow.
on. Even surprised
Oh,
that'll make you tear
Meow.
your hair out, especially when you're trying to reserve 50 rings for those Chaos Emerald bonus rooms. Boss fights are simple and easy, even for people who don't really have
Well,
that
not
much knowledge
enough
of
boss
Sonic.
fights.
Eggman is pretty slow and
Still
predictable
got the boss
throughout each
battle.
fight, and he seems to get even easier, with the
Wait,
final boss of the game being one of the many
Sagwa?
fights from Sonic Mania.
Yes.
Newcomers may struggle on 1 or 2 of these
Mama.
fights, but with 1 or
But
7 rings in hand, you'll do
one
just fine.
big
Sonic the
hit
Hedgehog did
at
a
the time.
ton for the gaming space. It gave Nintendo and Mario huge competition, gave life into a 2-year-old console at the time with a robust new face, and built an entire
What?
empire for Sega to grow from. And those are all awesome, game-changing
do
things
that.
for what they did. But if you told me they did it with Sonic 1 today, I would be pretty confused. I feel so disconnected from this game that I belong on an episode of the Fine Brothers reacting to something about video games for the first time.
Thank you again so much for coming in. We're going to be showing you a commercial for a video game.
Okay.
Love to
Hey.
react.
Still got the show ones too.
video game
Yes.
commercial.
You will be reacting.
Okay, I'm gonna react. I'm not gonna play it, I'm gonna react to it.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what a video
Hey,
game is.
Sonic
so
needs it
I'm
super
nervous.
fast,
Okay.
just like
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog does.
It's pretty good music. I like that music, you
Still
know.
got the reaction though.
Whoa,
fine,
you was
too.
that fast?
Hey, guys, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out.
This is all
I don't know
commercials,
about you
though.
guys. I would not buy games from that guy. He is creepy.
So based on this commercial, would you be interested in playing this game, Sonic the Hedgehog?
I would play Sonic the
Sonic
Hedgehog,
is
but I don't own
blue.
the thing you play with it.
Right,
So
well, if you were to buy a Sega Genesis, you would get the game Sonic the Hedgehog packaged in.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have enough money to buy a Genesis,
Video
so I would
games
not play it.
cost
No.
money.
Oh.
Money, you know?
Well, I mean, a Genesis isn't that.
Like us.
Right, but like
It's like me.
I'm just a
As a video
teen
game
gamer,
character.
and I don't own a gaming console.
Still got that ones, too. What section complete? The final? The reward.
When it comes to completing Sonic the Hedgehog, it's actually pretty simple, but also somewhat disappointing. The only true completion bonus in
Sonic
this
got
game
them
is
all.
getting the 6 Chaos Emeralds. And even getting them all gives you the true ending where Eggman
Hey,
is mad
still
and
got the
is talking
end.
to Sonic.
Eggman's
You don't
really
get all the
mad.
Chaos Emeralds, you get a screen that says, try again, with the remaining Chaos Emeralds you need.
Try
While it is
again.
fun to get all the Chaos Emeralds, the true ending is pretty tame. No Supersonic? That's no good.
No
Sega was all
Supersonic.
about their secrets, and Sonic the Hedgehog has a ton
Secret
of cheat codes
rings.
in the game if you desire to go that extra mile. Level select, messing with
Still
in-game
got the
assets,
clutch,
the
though.
works. Back in the day, cheat codes were such a fun novelty, I kind of still wish companies did them. Some do, but it's been treated for a more modern approach of achievements and trophies instead. Nostalgia. But not for this game, for Sonic 2. In my playthrough
Sonic
of
2?
Sonic the Hedgehog, there were 2 full campaign playthroughs, 18 acts dominated, 6 Chaos Emeralds obtained,
6
12
Chaos
deaths
Emeralds.
followed up with 3 continues
12
and game
deaths?
overs, 7.5 total hours of playtime,
Oh.
and a handful of times I didn't know if I should dance while playing this game or kind of just let my emotions
Still got
take
to
over
play?
and confuse me.
You gotta
I don't
need
know,
this.
it was a smorgasbord of feelings. Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the coolest gaming icons out there, and this
Amazing.
is where he
How
started. Despite the
gorgeous.
ups and downs
It
he would
looks
go on to
really
experience,
looking
I am
good
glad we can
games,
look
though.
back and enjoy where
Still got
Sonic
the best
started,
games
where
I
he
ever
went,
seen.
and where he's going. And in this case, I don't think I'm gonna look at Sonic 1 ever again. It's not bad, but from here, everything gets better.
Misto.
For whatever it's worth, I think Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis is important to the history of gaming,
Oh,
Sega's history, to everyone really. But looking at it objectively,
Why
or I guess
isn't
I can't
it
say
anyway?
objectively because I've been spoiled by the future of Sonic, this game is alright. The music is excellent. The graphics
Excellent.
and presentation, pretty freaking solid. Gameplay is okay. You know, no spin dash, no drop dash, no extra power-ups. Everything after Sonic 1 was incredible, and I'm glad that we got a little clay mold here to play with in Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Completing this game, however, is fine. Not hard, pretty easy in fact, but there's not really a true payoff of having the 6 Chaos Emeralds other than avoiding a message from Eggman to bothering you to do it again, or do it better rather. So, with that in mind guys, I give this game my completionist rating of finish it.
Game complete.
Finish it.
Well, that's about it. See you next time.
Alright, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.